Hello! Today I want to talk to you about the great books that I read in 2020. So instead of giving it ratings or anything, I just write great book beside the great books that I read. And last year there were a handful. So I'm going to talk you through all of them. Most of them I've mentioned before, so if you want like a deeper review, you can go back to my Vida videos or some of my wrap-ups. I think I did some wrap-ups last year. Anyway, the first one is How to Stop Time by Matt Haig, which I talked about in April because this was one of the really good books that I read at the beginning of lockdown. It's about the premise is that there are some people who live longer, super much longer than everyone else, and thus seem immortal. And it's about the main character finding out what he wants his life to look like, living and loving instead of hiding, maybe. So this was really good. Next one is Den väven av händelser vi kallar världen, or The Web of Events We Call the World, by Simon Stranger. I don't think this has been translated to English, so I'm sorry if you don't speak Norwegian. This was really good. You follow like a hydrogen atom. Yes, I can speak today. Through history, and you get sort of little vignettes and stories. I think there's like 6 or 7. And I really enjoyed this, like lots of different cultures, lots of different fates and stuff, and there was a lot of like butterfly effect type passages where like, because this lintel was broken eventually through these and these and these steps, these people got married, which I found fun. Basically, things are random. And yeah, I enjoyed this book. Next one is A Year in the Life of the Yorkshire Shepherdess. This is about a shepherdess who runs like quite a remote farm with her husband and like 7 or 8 kids, and the stuff that happens to her during like a year, and also there's a little bit of background of like what happens in a farm year as well. So like, when is the lambing, when is like separating and selling and that kind of thing. And I really found it fun and a great like way to escape from my 4 walls during the rather weird year that we had last year. So I will definitely be reading. I haven't read any other books by her, so I will definitely be reading more books by her about her life because I find it really fascinating. Next we have Queen of Coin and Whispers by Helen Coran. I am not quite sure how to pronounce that, but this is a really good book about like a queen and her spy master, and they fall in love, and then there's just so much court intrigue. So like, if you liked the court intrigue parts of Priory of the Orange Tree, you will like this one. It's really good, and I love that there's like a women loving women plot that's like the main romance plot. So yes, this is marketed as YA, but I generally don't read YA because I find it too stressful. I didn't find this too stressful. Like, it wasn't too angsty for me, which is good for my tastes. Next is Taproot by Keezy Young. This is just a really cute story in like graphic novel format, about a gardener and a ghost that he falls in love with. The ghost is also a boy, so this is a men loving men storyline, and it's just really cute. And there's magic, and there's like other ghosts, and it's really good. I really like the like blending of fantasy and romance that was in this book, and I love the stories. Like the drawings. Um, the drawing style is right up my alley, so I really enjoyed that. Now we come to some books that I don't have in paper form, might buy, but don't have. And the first one is the Seducing the Sedgwick series, which I obsessed over in August. I listened to all the audiobooks in August and I love them all. If you need like sunshine and kids running around being wild and free, read the first one. If you need like soft gaze in like cottagecore gaze, read the third one. It's just so cute. So cute. I really enjoyed it. I might even pick up like paper versions to keep on my shelf because new favorite series, definitely. Otherwise, I discovered some new authors this year, or at least one new author that I really loved, and that's Katrina Jackson, who wrote the Welcome to Seaport series. This is the first book in the series. It's called From Scratch, and basically these are LGBTQ stories set in a tiny fictional town in the US about contemporary times, and all the main characters are people of color, and it's I really love it. I love reading about like marginalized people having like the best life. Like I love reading about people being happy, and if I can see like lots of different diverse people being happy, I'm even happier. So this is great for that. I really love this whole series. I've read all of the books that are out until now, and I'm just waiting for the next one. So yes, I definitely recommend this series. Next on the Kindle, we have the newest book, or like the newest book in the San Andreas Shifters series by G.L. Carragher, which is Enforcer Enigma. This book is about two of the pack members finding each other and finding out that they are in fact meant to be together. So I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed like the coming of age parts and finding yourself, and it's really good. I thoroughly recommend this series to anyone who wants to. All the stories are men loving men, just so you know, but they are so cute, and they often show their vulnerable sides, and that I really like that in a book. And then last, for a complete shift of tone, we have Dealing with Dragons, which is the first book in the Enchanted Forest Chronicles by Patricia C. Reid. And yeah, but basically this is a series that really reminds me a lot of Howl's Moving Castle. It's there's adventure, it's cool, there are strong girls and women, and there are a lot of tropes in this one. There are a lot of tropes being turned upside down. She plays with fantasy and like not fantasy tropes, but fairy tale tropes a lot. So this is fairyland. So everyone has sort of an assigned role, and they keep not liking the role. And you meet all sorts of weird stuff because of course you're in fairyland. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's like each book is a romp and a great like break from heavier stuff. So just light, happy romps. So I guess the caveat or something. The three series I've mentioned, so Seducing the Sedgwicks and Welcome to Seaport, and also the San Andreas Shifters, they're all what I like to call in my reading log, not safe for work. They all have explicit sex scenes, which I have come to really like in my romances. So just so you know, in case you want to read it, in case you don't want to read explicit sex scenes, you are now warned. And if that's what makes you say, sure, I've read the book, then there you have it. Yeah, so those were all the books I marked as great books in 2020. I had a bit of a mixed year. There were a lot of DNFing of especially paper books. But yeah, I have read a good amount of really good books, and I'm really happy about that. I've also, I set a goal in the beginning of the year to read one paper book I own every month of the year, and I did that. So that's, so I'm proud of that. I set myself the goal, or I realized during the year that I needed to trim my TBR. So I got rid of a lot of books. I made a few unhauls. I DNF'd and read quite a lot of paper books. And now I'm happy with the point my TBR is at. Ish. I think it can be lower. I think I can have one or two unread books and be happy. But I'm pretty happy where I am now. For 2021, I've decided to wrap one book for each month. So wrap them up in wrapping paper, and therefore give myself a gift every month of a paper book that I haven't read. And that will be the book that I should read that month. And I think that might work, because normally I read about 4 books a month, so only one of them being this paper book that I unwrapped, I think will be okay. So the aim is that by the end of the year I will have read all those books, and it's quite fun because now it feels like those books, they're not on my TBR, only the unwrapped books and my ebooks and audiobooks, which come down to about 17 books or something, which I am so happy about. And 5 of them or something like that are graphic novels, so yay. So yeah, it's all a ploy to keep my TBR related stress down and be happy about reading, which is, let's be honest, my goal. My overarching goal is to be happy in my reading life, so that's my aim. I've also set some rules to help me not buy too many books, so I end up in the same situation I had this year again. So avoid huge book hauls, because I know I don't read that much, and especially not paper books. I have discovered that I read about a third paper, a third audio, and a third ebook, and I don't think that's going to change. So I am not going to be buying 30 paper books and think that I will get to them this year, because I won't. I just won't. So so that's, I've made myself some rules, and I think I'm going to try to stick to them, and I hope 2021 will be a great reading year with minimal amounts of stress related to reading. Just no stress, and all just happiness and joy. That's my goal. So I think that's it. That's what I wanted to tell you about today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!